Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna, and this is my mom, Gina.
He is the journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
I'm a sports enthusiast, and I'm enthusiastic because it's Friday. Normally we're doing the show on Thursday, Throwback Thursday, and it's Friendly Fun Friday. So we're shooting on Friday
it's
today.
Fall
friendly fun.
Fun Friday.
Flipping out.
Flippity
flappity,
Fall Friday. All right, well, we want to say thank you for joining us today. It is fall. We're in our longer attire, our hoodies and sweatpants, because
that hawk is trying to get us over.
That hawk, that Kansas wind, oh man, it comes around the corner and get you. So we're a little bit bundled up this afternoon, but we want to say again thank you for joining us today on our Friday edition of OTD. We want to say congratulations to the Houston Astros for getting their very first World Championship, World Series
ever.
So,
Houston strong.
Yes, Houston strong. They've been through so much with all the Hurricane Harvey stuff, and so many families are displaced, so it's been tough.
Well, my Aunt Carmen, your great aunt, my dad's sister, is in Houston with all of her kids. I got like 27 first cousins just from her. I love y'all. But, you know, they were here in town, and we were watching some of the Astros game 6, and I called. I said, after all this when I knew my Royals were out, I said, everybody can talk all you want to about the Yankees, the Cubs, blah. I said, it's going to be the Astros and the Dodgers. And I said, and the Astros will win in 7, and the Astros won in 7.
It was a very fitting World Series. Those two teams were the best teams in baseball, over 100 regular season wins. All of the games leading up to Game 7 were exciting. Light the scoreboard up, home runs. The pitching was really the big thing for me, where the Dodgers bullpen and everything else, the pitching to me was the worst part of it, which was supposed to be the highlight of it. But anyways, Game 7 to me was a little bit of a dud, but either way, congratulations to Houston, and they got their first World Championship.
Well, speaking of Houston, we have a great day on Halloween. And then, boom, the bottom drops out. Deshaun Watson from the Texans is out with a torn ACL. We love Deshaun Watson. I wanted him to be a Chief. We're very happy we got Patrick Mahomes. But it's just like Houston can't catch a break.
Man.
Their season had completely turned around. They lost J.J. Watt, but they had the new young star who was carrying him on their back, and now he's out. So,
and it just can't get any worse than that.
We're all heartbroken for him.
Your two main athletes, your best players,
defense, both out.
Deshaun and J.J. Watt are done for the year, and that's kind of been the tale of injuries this year for quarterbacks. The big name quarterbacks right now: Carson Palmer's out, Aaron Rodgers is out, now Andrew Luck is out,
permanently on IR.
It has just been kind of a crazy year for all that, and so you just kind of wonder what's going on. But again, this is more about Deshaun Watson, and we're all heartbroken for him. He will bounce back. He's a young man.
100%.
He'll be back stronger and healthier
than what
he was.
Than ever.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to him.
So yay, Houston Astros. Sad my Texans. But let's stay in Texas and talk about really what the show is about today. There's a great matchup in football in Texas, in Dallas, at Jerry World this weekend.
Man, this is really kind of the start of the second half of the NFL season. This is going into Week 9. We had the Thursday night game last night, the Jets and the Bills, and that kicked us off for Week 9. And so now we have our game on Sunday, the highlight game for us anyways. We know all you Cowboys fans and all of us Chiefs fans.
Chief Kingdom here.
Yes, and so there's a lot of parity with the Chiefs being down in the Dallas area, being down there in Texas for all those years. Now they're here in Kansas City, obviously.
So the Cowboys and the Chiefs are playing Sunday afternoon.
Correct. And so let's get into this game. Let's kind of break this down, as this is really a big game for both teams. The Cowboys are right now needing a win like this. They're above 500, but this could put them at 500 if they lose. They don't play well at home. The Chiefs just had a big win here at home, Monday Night Football. Against the Broncos,
division
but
rivals.
It was one of those games where we started off really fast, but then we kind of petered off a little bit, and we just settled for field goals. This would be a huge win on the road for our Chiefs as you go into Dallas in Jerry World and beat the Cowboys, who really have been pretty good all year for the most part. What are your thoughts on kind of what needs to happen for the Chiefs to get a win here?
Well, I like the analogy that you used when we were doing pre-production talking about it. There are 16 games in the NFL,
right,
and there are 4 quarters in the game.
Yeah.
So the first 4 games could be the first quarter, the second 4 games, you know, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and now we're in games 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you have the games leading up to the playoffs. So this is kind of like the third quarter of the season. We've had halftime, and now we're coming into the back half of the season, which says to me that both of these teams need to come out and get a win.
Right.
If you are in halftime of a game and you've been kind of going back and forth, what you don't want to do is come out and fumble the ball or do a turnover or something right as you enter the third quarter. So for both of these teams, they need this win.
Right.
The Chiefs had 2 stupid losses by a combined total of 7 points.
Correct.
We beat the Raiders. The refs just kept saying, tweet, give the Raiders this touchdown. Tweet, give it until they finally got it. And it's a 1-point game. The Steelers just for some reason have our number at home. I don't understand why.
Came back, but still lost.
We still lost. But then we come back and beat down the Broncos and send them up out of here. But now it's like we can't go, you know, 5 games where we beat everybody, then lose back-to-back games, then win one, and then lose one. You don't want to be in the win one, lose one kind of discussion going into going into the back half of the season. So the Chiefs need it. The Cowboys have had so much hype. They did that 13-game run last year, whatever it was. Deke is Deke. Now you got me doing it. Dak Prescott, whom we really do love, has been carrying that team on their back, but they have a lot to prove right now because they had some losses at home where other people came back on them. The Rams came back on them. The Packers just flat out have their number. They got destroyed in Denver up at Mile High. So the Cowboys have a lot to prove. So this is just going to be one of these games where everybody needs it, everybody wants it. What are we going to do? So let's talk about what you think are keys to the game.
Well, speaking for the Chiefs anyways, or I guess I'll start with the Cowboys and I'll end with the Chiefs. The Cowboys, it is Dak Prescott. He is the leader. He's the commander of that team. He's a young buck. This is his second year. He understands the offense. All he has to do is play well. They have been running the ball very well when Ezekiel Elliott is playing, and so their run game, Cowboys speaking, is really what has been helping them. They're pretty balanced for the most part, so they've got a good combination with running the football and Dak throwing the football. So offensively, all they got to do is stay true to what they've been doing. The defense is really, for Dallas speaking, it's really been their Achilles heel. They have been very porous when it comes to passing and running. So right now, they're not very good, and so that does tend to bode well for the Chiefs. And now speaking for the Chiefs, it's basically the exact same thing. Our offense, we are running the ball extremely well. Kareem Hunt is a great running back, rookie, running his legs off right now. We've got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. We did lose Chris Conley earlier, so that does hurt us as far as outside weapons, but we have DeMarcus Robinson, DeAnthony Thomas, and Albert Wilson to fill in those roles. Alex Smith is playing at an all-time high, great performance right now, 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We are doing a lot of really good things offensively. Andy Reid's doing great. Bob Sutton is our defensive coordinator, and he's got to strengthen that D-line and that off corner on defense when it comes to the secondary. Marcus Peters is going to do his thing. You know he's going to lock down one side of the field, but it's that offside, that backside, that other secondary position. Losing Eric Berry, Ron Parker now has to move into his spot at safety, and then it kind of exposes that back half of the secondary, and so we've kind of been getting beat up when the ball's in the air on that other side. So we've got to shore up the run game, and we've got to shore up that other side of the field when it comes to throwing the football. So it's kind of the tale of both teams. Great offenses, but the defenses are the weak point for the team. So it's really maybe going to come down to who has the ball last in this situation.
Well, a lot of people are predicting that, but I agree with you 100%. For me, the Chiefs, the key is we have got to score points. We beat Denver last week at home, or this week at home on Monday Night Football with one offensive touchdown. We had a defensive touchdown, which was great, a pick six. That's always good, bodes well.
The strip six.
The strip six, rather. Strip six, and we got in there. But we scored in the end zone one time with our offense. Then we had what's his name? Butker. Out there, and I think he kicked 5 field goals. That's not going to get it done against the Cowboys. So for me, the key to the game is getting in the end zone. And I know that sounds so obvious. Score more and you'll win. But no, what we do is we do a really good job getting to the red zone, and then we have to run off the field and kick a field goal. We have got to get into the end zone. And to me, the key to that is Travis Kelce. that it's got to be the Alex Smith, Travis Kelce show.
Right.
So that's what the Chiefs need to do. For me, on the Dallas side of it, we just have breaking news. This is Facebook Live.
Yep.
The breaking news is that Zeke Elliott got a stay of the stay of the stay, so he's going to play on Sunday.
Yep.
We have got to shore up the defense against the run. I know I'm supposed to be talking about Dallas. Dallas is key right now. If they can get Zeke going to run, Dak's going to throw on us. We have some holes, like you said, in our secondary. So do the Cowboys, but you know, if you get Zeke run in for 100+ yards, you're going to get.
Gonna be tough.
It's going to be tough, and Dak's going to be able to pick us apart a little bit because some of their receivers are just going to outmatch our corners. So, at this point, Chiefs have to actually get 7 points out of those drives. The Cowboys have got to run the ball well with Zeke, and that's going to be the two keys to the game for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think for the most part, the Cowboys, I think if they run the football and they're effective running the football, it's going to be, I think that's what they need to focus on. Day. For us, we've got to show up in the second half. We've got to be able to score points, score touchdowns, like you were saying. We've got to show up in the fourth quarter. We've got to finish the game. We can't have a monster first half and then not do anything second half.
And then you got to get that defense off the field. You can't let the big bubbas be out there the whole time.
Exactly.
Like you were saying, they get out there, all of a sudden you see them getting stood up. That's a problem. They're tired.
We've got to score touchdowns, and it's got to be in the second half for sure. We've got to come out strong in the first half, come out strong in the second half, get our defense off the field, and we'll have a good chance.
So who's got the better offense, us or them?
I would say that we do. I think we have more weapons. The Chiefs have more weapons than Dallas does, but they've got Dak, and they're hungry. And if Zeke is going to be running tough because he's got something to prove, it's going to be a long game.
All right, who's got the better defense?
The defense, I still think goes to the Chiefs. We just have a couple better guys with Justin Houston and Marcus Peters and Derek Johnson.
But you got Vrabel's against Sutton. I mean, you've got two really good defensive coordinators. Not Vrabel's, he's with the Texans.
Yeah, he's with the Texans.
Who's the coordinator over at Dallas?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Anyway, we have Sutton. I just think that
Dan Marinelli. Marinelli.
Thank you. I had a brain fart there. But at the end of the day, I think the Chiefs will win. I think it's going to be close, and we're going to have to fight it out.
We're going to have to fight it out. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun weekend with the NFL.
It'll be a great weekend.
Go Chiefs, and we hope we come home with a victory. We want to say we appreciate your time, folks, as always.
Let us know what you think.
Congratulations, Houston, and get better, Deshaun. We'll see you again. Thanks for watching.